Lesson 1: Exploring Job Opportunities.
I recently learned about a position as an organist at a church.
That sounds intriguing. It must involve a lot of musical talent.
Indeed. Imagine playing beautiful hymns every Sunday. It would be fulfilling.
Very much so. Do you play any instruments yourself?
I play the piano a bit, but I am no organist. What about you?
I have always wanted to learn an instrument. Perhaps piano someday.
That would be wonderful. Music can be very therapeutic.
It certainly can. Speaking of jobs, what other options do you think I could explore?
You could consider being a babysitter or a shop clerk. Both can be quite rewarding.
Babysitting sounds appealing. Kids can be so much fun.
They truly can be. Plus, it allows for some creativity and playtime.
I agree. What about being a shop clerk? Is that a good option?
It can be great. You would meet lots of interesting people and learn about sales.
That sounds engaging. I enjoy interacting with others.
Exactly. Both jobs offer unique experiences.
I have noticed that adaptability is essential in any role.
That is a great observation. Every job teaches valuable skills.
Yes. Whether working with children or customers, each experience counts.
Absolutely. Exploring different options can help you find your passion.
Lesson 2: Traveling Smart.
Transportation within these towns is an essential consideration.
I completely agree. Renting a car would be ideal for exploring at our own pace.
Exactly. It allows us the flexibility to visit less accessible areas.
Plus, we can stop wherever we want for photos or snacks.
Do you have any particular towns in mind for our adventure?
Yes, I would love to explore the coastal town. I have heard the views are stunning.
The coast is beautiful. We can enjoy both the scenery and local cuisine.
Speaking of cuisine, I hope to try some fresh seafood while we are there.
That sounds delicious. Any specific dishes you are looking forward to?
I have a craving for clam chowder. It is a classic coastal dish.
A great choice. I will try it too. It is best enjoyed by the ocean.
Absolutely. What time of year do you think is ideal for this trip?
Late spring would be wonderful. The weather is generally pleasant then.
I agree. Plus, the flowers would be in bloom, adding color to our photos.
We could also explore local markets. They often showcase regional specialties.
Yes, and we can meet local artisans and learn about their crafts.
It sounds like a wonderful plan. What should we do if we encounter heavy traffic?
We could always explore less popular routes. It might lead us to hidden gems.
That is a great idea. Adventure often lies off the beaten path.
Exactly. I am excited about this trip already.
Me too. Let us finalize our plan soon and hit the road.
Lesson 3, Travel Tales.
Hey, have you ever experienced a delayed train departure while traveling?
Oh, I have indeed. It can be incredibly frustrating.
I remember one trip where I waited for over an hour. Time seemed to stretch endlessly.
That sounds dreadful. Did they provide any updates during the wait?
Occasionally, but they were often vague. The train will arrive shortly became a running joke.
How amusing. I suppose waiting can turn into a comedy if you let it.
Exactly. I started making up stories about the train. Maybe it was stuck in traffic?
That is quite clever. Imagination can transform boredom into entertainment.
I have also seen people turn to their phones for distraction.
Yes. Social media can make the wait feel shorter. Did you join in?
I did. A few funny videos helped pass the time.
Laughter is the best medicine, even in waiting situations.
Absolutely. Speaking of delays, do you have any travel tips for coping?
I always pack a book or a puzzle. It keeps my mind engaged.
Great idea. Engaging your mind can make the wait enjoyable.
Yes. And I often chat with fellow travelers. Their stories are fascinating.
That is true. Meeting new people can lead to unexpected friendships.
Indeed. Delays may not be ideal, but they can lead to memorable experiences.
I will try to keep that in mind during future travels.
Lesson 4, Culinary Delights.
Perfect. I know a charming little cafe with delicious sandwiches and pastries.
That sounds delightful. I am always in the mood for good food.
You will love it. The sandwiches are freshly made with artisan bread.
Artisan bread? Now you have my attention. What kind of sandwiches do they offer?
They have a fantastic variety. One of my favorites is the turkey and cranberry.
Turkey and cranberry? That sounds like a perfect combination.
It truly is. The sweetness of the cranberry balances the saltiness of the turkey.
I can almost taste it already. Do they have any vegetarian options?
Yes, they do. Their avocado and hummus sandwich is quite popular.
Avocado and hummus? That sounds incredibly healthy and delicious.
It is. They also have amazing pastries that you simply must try.
Pastries? Now you are speaking my language. What do they offer?
Their chocolate croissants are legendary. People come from all over for them.
Chocolate croissants? You had me at chocolate.
You will not be disappointed. They are flaky and filled with rich chocolate.
I cannot wait to visit this cafe. How did you discover it?
A friend recommended it, and I have been hooked ever since.
That is fantastic. Friends always know the best food spots.
Exactly. Shall we head there now?
Lesson 5: The Spirit of Innovation.
I have been reading about Edison's inventions. His determination is inspiring.
Absolutely. Edison faced many failures, but he remained undiscouraged.
Indeed. It is remarkable. After his setbacks, he continued inventing.
What was his next significant invention after those early failures?
It was the phonograph. It changed how people experienced music.
That is fascinating. The idea of recording sound was revolutionary.
Yes, it shocked many people. They could hear voices long after spoken.
How amazing! I cannot imagine life without recorded music now.
Exactly. His inventions paved the way for future technologies.
It is incredible how one person's perseverance can impact society.
True. Edison famously said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration."
That quote perfectly captures his work ethic. Hard work truly matters.
It does. Failed experiments were merely stepping stones for him.
Have you ever felt discouraged in pursuing your goals, like Edison?
I have. But reading about Edison's journey motivates me to persist.
Same here. It reminds me that setbacks can lead to success.
Yes. Additionally, Edison held over 1,000 patents. That is astonishing.
His creativity knew no bounds. I wonder what he would invent today.
Fancy technology. Perhaps smart devices or cleaner energy solutions.
That could change the world. I hope to channel some of that inventive spirit.
Me too. Let us inspire each other to keep innovating and creating.
Lesson 6: Beyond Appearances.
Have you ever noticed how people often judge someone by the way they look?
Yes, I have. It is quite a fascinating and sometimes troubling phenomenon.
Absolutely. Some people look very nice at first glance, but they can be mean or cruel.
That is so true. Looks can be deceiving. It certainly keeps one on their toes.
I remember meeting someone who appeared friendly, but their behavior was quite the opposite.
That is disappointing. People should not judge based on appearances alone.
Indeed. Genuine character is often revealed through actions and words.
I completely agree. It makes me appreciate those who are kind-hearted and genuine.
What about your first impressions? Do you find them to be reliable?
While they can be insightful, I prefer to get to know someone beyond that initial impression.
That is wise. People often reveal their true selves as you interact with them more.
Yes. I believe it is essential to be open-minded and not jump to conclusions.
That reminds me of the saying, do not judge a book by its cover.
An excellent saying. It perfectly encapsulates the idea of looking deeper.
How do you typically approach new people?
I try to strike up a conversation and find common interests. It helps break the ice.
That is a great strategy. Engaging with others can lead to unexpected friendships.
Absolutely. After all, everyone has a story to tell beyond their exterior.
Well said. Understanding people on a deeper level enhances our experiences.
Lesson 7: Cooking with fresh ingredients.
I agree. The flavor will be more intense with fresh herbs.
Absolutely. Have you decided what type of basil we should get?
I think sweet basil would be a wonderful choice for our dish.
Sweet basil? That has such a lovely aroma. What will we be making?
I am thinking of a classic pesto. It requires a generous amount of basil.
Pesto sounds delightful. Do we need any other ingredients for it?
Yes. We will also need garlic, pine nuts, and Parmesan cheese.
Sounds amazing. Do you think we should roast the pine nuts first?
Roasting them will enhance their flavor. Great idea.
I will add it to our shopping list. Shall we get some garlic as well?
Absolutely. Fresh garlic can really elevate the dish.
Agreed. Do you also prefer using extra virgin olive oil for the pesto?
Definitely. It adds a rich, fruity note that complements the basil.
I am getting excited just thinking about it. What should we serve the pesto with?
We could toss it with pasta or spread it on a nice baguette.
Both sound delicious. I cannot wait to taste our creation.
Me too. Cooking together is always a fun adventure.
Lesson 8: The importance of sleep.
You mentioned your sleep was initially inconsistent.
Yes, it was. However, I have set a consistent bedtime routine, and it has made a remarkable difference.
That sounds great. What does your bedtime routine look like?
I start winding down an hour before bed. I turn off screens and enjoy a good book instead.
That is a smart strategy. Reducing screen time can improve sleep quality.
Indeed. The blue light from devices can be quite disruptive.
I agree. How has reading before bed impacted your sleep?
It has helped me relax. I find that I fall asleep faster now.
That is wonderful. I should try reading at night too.
You definitely should. What type of books do you enjoy?
I love mysteries and thrillers. They are engaging but not too stimulating.
Perfect choice. A good mystery can keep the mind intrigued yet calm.
What about your reading habits? Any particular genre you gravitate toward?
I enjoy fantasy. It allows me to escape into different worlds.
Fantasy books can transport you. Do you read other materials as well?
Occasionally, I read self-help books. They provide valuable insights.
That is a great way to grow. Have you found any techniques that help you sleep even better?
Yes. I also do some gentle stretching before bed. It relaxes my muscles.
Stretching can be beneficial. It releases tension after a long day.
Exactly. I believe self-care routines improve overall well-being.
I could not agree more. Consistency seems to be key in creating good habits.
Absolutely. Now I always wake up feeling refreshed and ready for the day.
Your routine sounds inspiring. I will definitely implement some of these strategies.
Lesson 9: The Great Cookie Adventure.
We drop the batter by big teaspoons full onto the cookie sheets.
Yes, we must ensure they have enough space to spread.
Absolutely. This batch should be quite generous. What type of chips are we using?
I believe we decided on chocolate chips. They are always a favorite.
Chocolate chips are classic. I might add some nuts for extra crunch.
That is a great idea. Nuts can add a nice texture.
Perfect. Now that we have everything ready, we set the timer for 12 minutes.
Just 12 minutes? It feels like waiting for an eternity.
I know. The smell will be so tempting. What shall we do while we wait?
We could clean up a little or plan our next baking adventure.
Planning sounds fun. Perhaps we could try making brownies next.
Brownies would be delightful. Chewy and rich, a chocolate lover's dream.
Exactly. Speaking of chocolate, did you ever have a disastrous baking experience?
I certainly did. I once mistook salt for sugar in a cake recipe.
Oh no! How did that turn out?
Let us just say it was not the sweet treat I had envisioned.
That must have been a shock. You must have learned a valuable lesson.
Indeed. Always double-check the ingredients.
Wise advice. Our cookies are probably almost ready now.
I can hardly wait. The timer must be beeping any second.
Just imagine the deliciousness waiting for us. Let us check.
Lesson 10, Nature's Memorials.
Did you know that all through this region are hundreds of apple trees?
I did not know that. What a beautiful sight they create.
These apple trees are the most fitting memorial to the area's rich history.
I can see how they represent life and growth. It is quite poetic.
Exactly. They stand tall, reminding us of the past while bearing fruit for the future.
How fascinating. Is there a particular story behind these trees?
Yes. Many of them were planted by early settlers, symbolizing hope and survival.
That is truly inspiring. Each tree must have a unique story.
Exactly. I often wonder about the families who tended to them.
Their legacy lives on with each apple harvested.
Discussing the significance of these trees makes me appreciate them even more.
Nature has a profound way of connecting us to our heritage.
Absolutely. Would you like to try some apples while we are here?
I would love that. Fresh apples straight from the tree are the best.
Let us pick a few and enjoy a snack under this beautiful canopy.
Perfect. I cannot wait to taste the sweetness of history.
Neither can I. This is an adventure that brings together nature and storytelling.
Lesson 11, Upgrading the Experience.
I heard we might have a chance to upgrade our room.
That sounds exciting. What kind of upgrades are available?
The receptionist mentioned some options, including a suite with a better view.
A suite? That sounds amazing. What else did they offer?
There is also a room with a private balcony. Imagine sipping coffee while enjoying the scenery.
That sounds delightful. I would love to relax outdoors.
Plus, the amenities are supposed to be much nicer in the upgraded rooms.
What kind of amenities are we talking about?
The suite has a separate living area and a larger bathroom with a soaking tub.
A soaking tub? Now you have my attention. That would be perfect for unwinding.
Exactly. After a long day of exploring, it would be heaven.
Do you think the upgrade is worth the extra cost?
Given the benefits, I believe it is a great value.
I agree. A little luxury can enhance the entire experience.
Plus, it could lead to some fantastic memories.
Yes. Imagine the pictures we could take from that balcony.
Beautiful photos and unforgettable moments sounds like a win.
I am all for making the most of this getaway.
Shall we ask the receptionist for more details about the upgrades?
Yes. Let us explore our options and make a decision.
I will take the lead. After all, I am the one with the negotiating skills.
Lesson 12, Creating Boundaries for Productivity.
Absolutely. A separate desk will help create a boundary between work and home.
I completely agree. Having a designated workspace can enhance focus.
It really does. It signals to your brain that it is time to work.
Exactly. What challenges have you faced working from home?
I sometimes find it difficult to switch off from work mode. It can feel endless.
That is a common issue. How do you manage your work-life balance?
I set specific work hours. Once they are over, I try to log off completely.
That sounds effective. I prefer to create a routine as well.
Routines can be very helpful. What is yours like?
I typically start my day with a cup of tea and some light reading before diving into work.
A lovely beginning. Do you have a particular book you enjoy?
I usually read something motivational. It gives me a boost for the day.
Great choice. I might try incorporating that into my morning.
You should. A positive mindset sets the tone for productivity.
Speaking of productivity, do you have any tips for minimizing distractions?
I use noise-canceling headphones. It helps me concentrate better.
That is smart. Music can also create a focused environment.
Yes. I enjoy listening to instrumental music while working.
I prefer ambient sounds. They create a nice backdrop without being distracting.
Those sound appealing. It is important to find what works best for you.
Absolutely. With a separate desk and good habits, productivity can soar.
Lesson 13, Duty-Free Delights.
I always buy chocolates and perfumes at duty-free shops.
Those are great choices. Duty-free shopping offers excellent deals, does it not?
Yes, it does. The prices are often much lower than in regular stores.
Absolutely. What kind of chocolates do you usually choose?
I prefer classic brands, like Swiss chocolate. It is always a delightful treat.
Swiss chocolate is a classic. I enjoy dark chocolate with fruity fillings.
Dark chocolate is sophisticated. Do you have a favorite brand?
I really love brands that use fresh, natural ingredients. They taste so much better.
I agree. Quality makes all the difference. What about perfumes?
I adore exploring new fragrances. Duty-free shops often have exclusive scents.
That is true. I enjoy trying out different perfumes before making a decision.
It can be quite a sensory adventure. Have you found a favorite scent recently?
Yes, I discovered a fresh citrus fragrance. It is perfect for warm weather.
That sounds delightful. I always look for something light and floral.
Floral fragrances are lovely. They can be so invigorating.
Exactly. I often buy a new scent as a travel souvenir.
That is a wonderful idea. It keeps the memories alive.
Definitely. Every time I wear it, I remember my travels.
Let us explore the duty-free shop before our flight.
Lesson 14, Culinary Adventures.
They all sound so appetizing. Look at those delicious dishes.
Indeed. My mouth is watering just from the aromas.
Speaking of food, how about Cambodia? Do you know anything special about their cuisine?
Yes. Cambodian cuisine is fascinating and quite diverse. The flavors are vibrant.
I have heard that fish amok is a must-try. What is it exactly?
Fish amok is a traditional curry made with fish and coconut milk.
That sounds incredible. Is it served with rice?
Yes, typically with steamed rice. It is creamy and fragrant, a true delight.
I can only imagine. Are there other dishes we should consider trying?
Absolutely. Lok lak is another fantastic dish. It features marinated beef served with a tangy sauce.
That sounds worth tasting. I love dishes with bold flavors.
You will appreciate the balance of sweet and savory in that dish.
Yum! I need to try it. Are there any unique desserts?
Yes. There is a dessert called number ansam, which is a rice cake wrapped in banana leaves.
That sounds intriguing. I adore desserts with interesting textures.
You should definitely give it a shot. It is often filled with sweetened coconut.
Sweetened coconut? Now you have my attention. I do enjoy a sweet treat.
That is the spirit. Trying new foods is always an adventure.
Let us keep our eyes peeled for these Cambodian delights while we explore.
Lesson 15, Teamwork and Support.
I was just checking the updates on their website. Everything looks great.
That is wonderful to hear. I know they were working hard on those changes.
Absolutely. It is impressive how quickly they implemented feedback.
Indeed. User experience seems to have improved significantly.
If anyone has questions, they can always reach out through the contact form.
Yes. That is so helpful. Let me know if you need any help with your part.
Thank you. I appreciate the offer. Collaboration makes things easier.
Exactly. Teamwork often enhances creativity and productivity.
Speaking of creativity, have you tried brainstorming techniques for our next meeting?
I have. Mind mapping can be a fun way to generate ideas together.
Great idea. Visuals often help in organizing thoughts.
Plus, it can lead to unexpected connections. Ideas can flow more freely.
I look forward to seeing what we come up with.
It will be exciting. How about a fun activity to kick off the meeting?
I love that idea. A quick icebreaker could engage everyone.
Yes. Perhaps we could ask everyone to share a recent success story.
That sounds motivating. Celebrating success can create a positive atmosphere.
Absolutely. Let us finalize the agenda and send it out.
Great! I will draft it now and share it with you for input.
Lesson 16, Unraveling Royal Mysteries.
Have you ever thought about how difficult it would be to investigate the murder of a royal family?
That is an intriguing point. The stakes are incredibly high, both politically and socially.
Exactly. There would be so many layers to uncover, from evidence to motives.
And amidst it all, public opinion can complicate matters even further.
Right. Have you heard about Anna Anderson and her claims related to the royal family?
Yes. She claimed to be Anastasia, the daughter of the last Tsar of Russia.
It was also possible to prove that Anna Anderson was not the real Anastasia.
Yes. DNA testing eventually provided evidence against her claims.
It is fascinating how science can unravel such historical mysteries.
Absolutely. People may have wanted to believe her story, despite the evidence.
The allure of royal mysteries can capture the imagination, cannot it?
Indeed. It is a blend of tragedy, intrigue, and the search for identity.
What do you think motivated people to support Anna's claims?
I think it was the hope of a lost heir returning to reclaim their past.
That sentiment can be powerful. It creates a sense of connection to history.
Yes. People love stories of survival and resilience, especially within royalty.
Furthermore, the drama surrounding royal families always draws attention.
Exactly. A royal mystery keeps us guessing and engaged.
Now I feel inspired to research more about royal historical figures and their intrigues.
Lesson 17, Supporting Local Artisans.
That is a wonderful way to find unique pieces while supporting the community.
I completely agree. Each item has a story behind it.
Exactly. It feels rewarding to know your purchase helps local artisans thrive.
Yes. Have you seen any items that caught your eye?
I noticed a vendor selling beautifully crafted pottery. It is stunning.
Pottery? That sounds lovely. Handmade pieces add such character.
They really do. Do you have a favorite type of craft?
I adore handmade jewelry. The intricate designs always fascinate me.
Jewelry is such a personal choice. What styles appeal to you the most?
I prefer minimalist designs, especially those incorporating natural materials.
Nature-inspired pieces are stylish and timeless.
Absolutely. They combine elegance with a touch of uniqueness.
You must check out that jewelry stall over there. I saw some beautiful pieces.
I will. Supporting local artisans is fulfilling.
Plus, it is much more meaningful than buying mass-produced items.
Yes. Each purchase feels like a connection to the creator.
Exactly. Have you ever met an artisan and heard their story?
I have. It is inspiring to listen to their passion and dedication.
That adds so much value to the purchase.
Indeed. Let us explore and find some treasures to take home.
Great idea. Who knows what unique pieces we might discover today?
Lesson 18: Navigating Change.
It is interesting to think about how we stay together for a lifetime.
Yes, it is. However, I believe that sometimes people change as they get older.
That is very true. Life experiences can shape individuals in unexpected ways.
Exactly. With personal growth, priorities can shift.
It makes sense. Relationships also require effort to adapt to those changes.
Definitely. Communication is crucial when navigating those changes.
Have you ever experienced a friendship that changed over time?
I have. A close friend moved to another city, and we gradually lost touch.
That can be difficult. Distance often alters relationships.
It does. I still cherish our memories together, even if we have grown apart.
That is a healthy perspective. It is important to appreciate the past.
Yes. While moving on can be painful, it allows for new connections.
New connections can bring fresh experiences and perspectives, right?
Absolutely. Life is about embracing change while honoring what was.
Well said. How do you keep your connections strong, despite life's changes?
I try to reach out regularly, even with a simple message.
Staying in touch shows that you care. Those little gestures matter.
They truly do. It is about quality, not quantity.
I agree. Each connection, regardless of its duration, enriches our lives.
Yes. Together, we learn and grow, even if paths diverge.
That is the beauty of life, embracing change while cherishing memories.